everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liad, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're diving into the second part of a brand new mini series. This time, it's a 9x12 oil painting on ABS. Let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. If you've been following my videos, you might have noticed a reoccurring theme. Yep, I must secretly hate myself because I keep painting people with glasses over and over and over again. I swear I'm not choosing them because of the glasses, but I can't deny that they add so much to the mood of the paintings. I think a lot of these references come from the same photographer who clearly loves incorporating glasses into their photos. I love their work, so I keep coming back for more, even though it means torturing myself in the process. That said, this one wasn't too bad. The rims on the glasses in this painting don't obscure too much of the face, and since they're mostly opaque and reflective, they were a bit easier to paint. Actually, there's one part of the glasses I really enjoyed painting. The subtle, challenging details of his eyes visible through the lenses. It's such a small thing, but it was so satisfying to paint. This painting is the second piece in a little series I worked on this week. The theme was all about lightening the darks and giving everything a slightly washed out vintage feel. It's got that old photo vibe without feeling like an exact recreation of something from the past. To enhance the contrast and really draw attention, I darkened the areas around the eyes, making them the focal point of the painting. Oh, and the bricks. I debated whether or not to paint them in, but I'm glad I did. They really anchor him in the scene. Not every painting can just hang out in front of a hazy gradient, you know? Now, let's talk about the hoodie. It's packed with details that really capture the texture and character of the fabric. I could almost feel it in my hands. That left me with a choice. Do I take the time to painstakingly render all those details, or do I go a different route? I chose a middle ground I don't use often, but love when I do. I grabbed my liner brush and sketched out some of the details without fully painting all the forms. Here's my reasoning. I was already compressing the values and washing out the painting to enhance the vintage vibe. By sketching the hoodie details and leaving some areas flat, it amplified that sensation even more. This approach made the fully rendered face pop even without pushing the darkest darks. It's fascinating how much we can shift the perception of colors and values just by playing with these techniques. This idea isn't entirely mine though. Nicholas Uribe does something similar, drawing over his paintings. He is by no means the only artist that does that, but no other names are coming to mind at the moment. So if you know other artists who use this technique, drop their names in the comments. I'd love to discover more. The last time I used this approach was when I painted Dylan Sarah. If you don't know Dylan, he's an artist who runs a podcast called Drawn Together. The concept is so fun. He and his co-host, Shannon, draw their guests while interviewing them, and they invite the audience to join in and share their work online. After being on the podcast, I decided to return the favor by painting Dylan. Since he focuses more on drawing and watercolors, mediums that lean heavily on line work, I included a lot of drawn line work in his portrait as a nod to his style. Regrettably, I never got around to painting Shannon though. She didn't share any reference photos, at least none that I recall. Dylan, on the other hand, had recently shared a bunch of photos, so I had some options to pick from. Dylan also hosts a weekly Zoom call where everyone draws together. I try to join when I can because they're so much fun, but life keeps me busy. Looking ahead, next week's paintings will have a strong, unified theme, and we'll be back on our full schedule, if I can keep up, that is. Tomorrow's video is my new annual self-portrait, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed watching this piece come to life, I'd love for you to join my art community over on Discord. The link's in the description, along with all my social media handles. And if this painting speaks to you, it's available for purchase on my website at a special price of $250. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. I'd also love to hear your thoughts so drop your comments, questions, or suggestions below. And if you know someone who would enjoy my content, please share it. Let's face it, the algorithm and I aren't exactly best friends, so word of mouth is the best way to grow the channel. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year's and that 2025 brings you so much joy and creativity. Bye for now.